What's
All
up?
right. So let me drop these links right here real quick. That's Cvpl. That's wrong place for the Lnpl. See Lnpl. Okay, good.
No jersey today, Jigga.
Oh, this is Barcelona, man.
Oh, you got. Oh, nice. It almost looks like a regular shirt you would find at like a designer store.
Barcelona.
Yeah, it's a good one. I went Bolton Wanderers today, my original team I liked. Long story, but they got relegated in 2012. Stopped paying their players and staff, and now they're in Division 4,
Oh
which is
snap.
why I needed a new team, which is now Tottenham. But I don't want to talk about them right now. It was a terrible week.
You got one of the best managers. You got one of the best managers
At
coaching your
excuse
team right now, man.
at making excuses. I'm liking the drip today, tomorrow though. Oh, that's Nick.
Yeah.
Just to confirm, you guys are hearing me clearly?
Yeah. We're
Yeah,
hearing you clearly.
I didn't realize it was you, Nick.
Okay.
The man
Yeah,
profile
yeah.
is yet to join us. So let's get this show on the road then. We already have 7 viewers. Welcome to the stream. Welcome everyone watching.
Oh, it might have an echo. Let me put my headphone on.
Let me first start by saying this. Last week I think I made an error last week when I was closing the show, and I made a huge mistake. I must apologize, and let me apologize to all the viewers that was watching the stream. I did not say thanks. So before the stream starts, I have to say thanks. Before we get into the show tonight, we have a very interesting lineup of guests tonight. One of the guests that we're going to be having is the defending champion, the manager for the defending champions, Real Orlando. This team has won so many titles in the CVPL. They took a year off. They came back and they won the league right off the bat. I must say that was very impressive, very impressive in my view. I know everyone will get their time to ask their questions. Everyone will get their time to say something to the manager. Yes, I will be showing all the comments on screen and everything. But first of all, before we even get into the show, let me just express this small disclaimer here. The views and opinions which are expressed on this show is not necessarily the views and the opinions which is of the CVPL or the LMPL. I Kyle Nicky B, who will be joining us tonight, is an admin for CVPL. Kyle and myself is a admin for CVPL and LMPL. We want to make sure that it is noted clearly. Whatever is said here on this stream is not necessarily the view of me as an admin or Kyle as an admin for both of these leagues. This is just a show that represents us as players taking part in the league. So there are times that we are going to disagree with stuff that the admins does, and there are times that we are going to agree with them. I am not here to defend any admin, and I am not here to defend any player. So just let me put that out there and put it out there clear. I ask that the viewers and everyone watching to try to keep the stream as clean as possible. Another issue, not an issue, but a suggestion. We started this last week without a name or a proper name for the show. We have yet to name the show, and I have asked Damar Pro 5 to come up with a name for the show, but then the thought came to my head like probably about yesterday. This is a show about you, the players and the viewers, and I want this to be your voice. And I would ask that persons watching the stream now and persons that are going to be watching the stream probably tomorrow or further on down in the week is to shoot me a suggestion for a name for the show. You can contact me via WhatsApp, Discord, or whatever medium, PSN, or whatever medium you have contact with me, Twitter, Instagram, or whatever. The show is you, the players, your voice. Cvpl and Lnpl has been going on for a while now, and we want to give the players something to more than just logging on each weekend and playing some games. We want you to get more into the game, more interactive, and the idea for this show was to get you guys more interactive with the show and stuff. So I want you, the persons, you, the viewers, you, the players, to name the show so we can have a name for the show going next week. When I get the names, I will shoot them and we will have a vote on Twitter, and then whatever name comes up, we will shoot it out there. So, as I said before, we have a lineup for tonight. Defending champions Real Orlando, the manager Nicky B himself will be here joining us. As usual, we will have Damar Profile from the Pro Rasta FC. We also will be having Kyle. He's the manager for Portland United. Next week on the show, we were scheduled to have the manager for the season two champions, which was Nashville, Tennessee. However, he has rescheduled, and we are looking at another date. Also scheduled for tonight is Shrills. He is a new manager, a newcomer, not a newcomer to the league, but a new manager in the league. He is the manager of True Bloods, an interesting team that we will be looking at this week as well. So let me know, hand it over to some of you guys to hear what you have to say. I think Kyle has something that he wants to go ahead with first. Nicky B, welcome to the show. Damar Profile, welcome to the show.
Yeah, just to do some introductions before we get into it. That's what I wanted to talk about with the reviews. But anything, I kind of already had my intro. If you two had something you wanted to say at the beginning.
Okay.
So Nicky B, welcome to the stream. I'm glad that you could be a part of it, Nicky B. Welcome. Thank you for your time.
Greetings. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir.
Great to be here.
So let's get into it. My question to you, Nicky B.
Whoa, man. You just want to just start fire questions at the man right away. We haven't even looked at the league table or anything as yet. Give the man some time to get familiarized with some questions. Will be there. But before we get into the questions, because I have a lot of questions that I need to ask as well, man.
Yeah.
And we want to treat the man as our guest. So let us first look at the league tables. Let me get this up right now. So league tables. This is what we're looking at
For Cvpl.
This is Cvpl league table. Newcomers, Elite 21, after a first full week of games played. As right there, 6 games as played. Elite 21, a newcomer, total newcomer. The team is a new team, but the manager is a man that is coming from Nicky B's team, the defending champions.
Yeah.
No, I have a question for Nicky B. Also, as I said to Damar Profile, how do you feel to know that one of your leading defenders is now managing a team in the league and he's top of the league, actually leading your team, which is in second place?
Sure, Jigga. That's actually a very, very great question. Alba Black has been in the league for some time now. He was with Los Angeles before he joined Orlando, and I can say that I can see how Alba Black has grown as a player. And closer to the end of last season, he reached out to me and he said that he wanted to take on a new challenge and to spread his wings and to become a manager. And me, being the person I am, I'm always there for my team to improve and to grow from strength to strength. So I said, sure, Alba, if that is what you wish to do, I support you, and I wish you all the best. So yes, Elite 21, they're currently at the top of the table, but it's very early days to me, Jigo. It's just six games gone.
True.
So it's very early.
And before we ask you any more questions, can you please click on Elite 21 and show me their games this weekend? Because they will, no offense to anybody they've played already, but they're going to get a true test this week. They got Campton, they got Orlando, Nashville, and Portland. We will see what the record is for Elite 21 after this week and know if they're real or not.
Whoa. Oh, following Portland. The following week they go up against you, the Mar Pro. So I guess that's another test right there. Speaking about the Mar Pro, I know you're eager and we haven't spoke for the entire weekend because you wanted you wanted to say nothing at all to me because we played.
I didn't even look up the final score because I've been waiting all week for this.
We played on the weekend. It was Campton versus the Pro Rastas. But before, let me look at the table. Campton is currently 16.
Yes, sir.
The Rastas are 18, so you're down there. I did say to you last week that come this week I will be above you.
Yes, sir.
Didn't I say that?
And you also said this week that you was gonna beat us as well.
I didn't say that.
Well, Bob, Big said that.
Big said that, but
Yeah.
I said it would be an interesting game.
It would.
Was it not?
Yeah, it would be. It was. It was a very interesting game. No debate about it. But the main reason why my team fell behind, we was having some issue with Pro Club itself.
No, you didn't fall behind, man. You were 3 goals up. You had us 3-0 down.
No, I'm talking about fall behind on the league table. That's what I'm mentioning. In the league table. The reason why my team fall behind, and as again, my teammate cannot forgive me for this. Me and my other teammate was playing practice during the week, and someone changed the tactics into all I think it's compress press, if I'm not mistaken. Some tactics that make our player we call it energy went down before.
Oh, I know you're talking
before the 15 minutes in the game. So by the game reached off time,
I've seen that before, Jacob.
Yeah.
Everyone on our team was dead. So that
was in the league game.
That was in the league game.
Oh
yes.
my gosh.
We end up after back out of one of the league game based on what was going on. So I mean, but no disrespect to all the team that beat us. They play well, so they deserve the win because they play well. But coming this week, my team is going to be back above you, Jigger. No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. Okay.
What is this man
So how
saying?
did that game? So what was the final score?
Against Jigger? Oh, I scored a goal and I got an assist against his team. We beat him, nice and easy.
We asked the final score, man. The final score was 3-2. He was leading 3-0.
And my player scored own goal. FIFA. Our team was the better team in that game. Our team was the better team overall. Ball movement, ball possession, and everything about it. Our team was the better team on that night. There's no question about it. What make you guys score? You guys got tall defenders, tall defender that could jump and win the ball and score easy and score a nice goal. But the second goal, the first goal that you guys scored, it wasn't a world class finish to say, oh yes, we could say, okay, we respect that goal. It wasn't anything major. It was just one guy take a shot, the ball deflected and went in the back of the net.
Yeah.
Really no.
Yes, sir.
Let me have a look at that game, man.
Show the fans the game.
Let me go have a look at that game. Where is it?
There's a lot of talk last week.
Do it from my channel, Jigga. Because you're gonna see the difference coming from my point of view.
What we'll be looking at from your point of view?
But don't show it through your you call it live stream. Show it from my live stream if you don't mind.
What is it that you want us to see from your live stream?
I wanted to see how serious the game was.
All right, you see this right here? Look at this. That man not paying attention. We weren't even ready. I don't even know what was going on, man.
Oh man.
It's like 2 minutes into the game. Let me skip all the way to halftime. So he was up 1-0 at halftime.
Oh, this was an Lnpl match. I forgot about that.
70 minutes into the game, we were 3-1.
I wish you could show them the pass and make against the team. I mean,
Bro, I
I
told
think
you I told you to get your clips, man. Edit your clips and bring them. I can show you. I will show you clips. The game ended 3-2.
There's the corner goal
In my view, it was a boring game.
with 5 goals.
Yeah, it was boring to me. Like I don't know what was going on.
I'm gonna send the clip now so the fans could see the clip later on. We're gonna get back to it.
If there was any confusion, that was an LNPL game, and now we're looking at the standings for that for the first time.
Oh, so all right. So this is the LNPL. This is the LNPL side of it. Over here in LNPL, where is your team?
My team is at 10th.
Where is Campton?
6.
Okay. I must say, Nicky B, I have another question for you here, man.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
You won the CVPL last season after taking a break from the CVPL and coming back and winning on the first time of asking. What preparation did you put into just coming right back into the league at the first time of asking to pull off such an amazing feat?
I didn't quite get you there, Jigo.
No, I'm saying coming back for the first time and pulling off such an amazing feat. What preparation was actually put into the team?
Okay, well, sure. For Orlando, we are a team that trains nightly. We have a massive squad of 24 players. So everyone might not be there every night, but we train every night starting at 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern. And we're serious about training and we're serious about winning because at Orlando, what we are focused on is being champions and not on being celebrities. So we take pro club very serious. We take training very serious. And we always go out there to win. We respect everyone in the league. So we take no team as a step over. So it's just about being prepared and being focused.
That what you just said just now.
Mm-hmm.
Your team is not focused on being a celebrity, or no one man is focusing on being the star of the team. That right there, I think some of the players or some of the viewers that are actually listening right now, and in particular, not to sidetrack from what's going on, but if any Campton player is listening, man, please, you heard what the champion just said just now. There is no one man in team. There is no one celebrity on a team. And this is where we find, and in my view, this is where we find this happening a lot. The transfer market, when I look at the transfer market and I look at the transfer window and I see so many players moving from team to team and hopping from team to team, it's because they feel like they're a celebrity or they're bigger than a club.
Yeah. And that's very sad because I got the same issue with the transfer window over here. You know, my players on my team, I gotta release 2 players because they think they're bigger than the club. You know, and it's very hard as a manager when you know the best lineup or what's suited for your team, for you to navigate from making players happy or making the team stronger is very hard. So when I heard Nicky B said that, you know, I got to give him respect because he know how to make a team grow stronger and stronger together because you got a defending champion is now a manager and now he's leading in CVPL. So that means that you as a manager is doing something great. And I gotta respect it. You know, I know a couple players from the team, you know, that's a world class players, and I could say that your team is very strong. But for my team right now, we just in the stage of like trying to regroup from what happened last week. But fear not, it's another game in the season.
Yeah, and if I could say one thing, it would be that you guys won so many awards individual awards, Nick, that it probably helped with it being the whole, there is no one superstar or one man above the team. a lot of the team was included, but did that cause any interruptions with your plan of no superstars getting all those awards? Did
At Orlando, no.
the rest of the team didn't? It was all a team effort, even though somebody might not got it. Like you, for instance, you didn't get an individual award.
Yeah, and that's fine for me because my
He
players
got
come first.
he got the biggest award of them all. He's the winning manager.
Yeah, man, and that's all I want to do. I want to win, and I want to win at all costs. And what I do at my club, everything is fair. So you have to trade, you have to communicate. I have a core set of players, but every starting position at Orlando is earned. So even if you're the best striker at the club, if you're not training, if you're not communicating, you don't play.
Thank.
If it is
So I
that
got
you're toxic, I don't keep toxic players at Orlando. No one is bigger than the club. I remove anyone, and we move
Dada would
on.
beg to differ about the toxic part, but
let me ask you a question, right?
he's a good guy though.
Earlier you said you have a list of 23 players, right?
24.
So 24 players, my bad. So
Mhm.
you have a list of 24 players. How do you have a system that's saying if no one show up to train out of the 24 before the league game, do you decide who do you pick to be in the starting lineup as a manager then? Because the reason I asked you
Well,
that question,
mhm.
the reason I asked you that question because at my club, players show up to train whenever they have the availability. And if they do come up to train, they doesn't take training serious. But
True.
but when it's match time, that's the time they want to take the game serious, and they do pull off great result when it's match time. So
Mhm.
for me, you know, I gotta say, okay, they don't come to train, but when it's game time, they play. You know what I mean? So how do you balance both as a manager when you know that if your player does not come up to train and they still play good in the league, how do you fix that there?
All right, sure. So it's a series of requirements that we have at Orlando. So what I am big on at my club is communication. If you are not available to train, you can speak to me privately. You do not have to tell me the reason, but just give me a heads up so I understand, and I will
Hmm.
cover for you. I will explain to the guys that hey, Hulk is not gonna be here for the for the 2 nights, and then we move on. So it's
Hmm.
about communication, and then it's about training. It's about executing in training and executing on the day. So it's a
Okay.
series of requirements that allows persons to start at Orlando.
No,
Mhm.
this being our second show, and there are some really good questions that has been asked so far, and I want to go back to one of the questions that Damar Pro 5 asked just now.
Hmm.
Mhm.
For the viewers, are persons that are watching right now, they might not know the CVPL is comprised now of 22 teams.
Hmm.
Each team the maximum requirement is 24 players per team, but only 11 players can be on the pitch for game day. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
what Nikki B said just now, and is one of the things that I preach at Campton and Dowie, is a madman when it comes to this. Communication. Communication is key. If you do not communicate, I don't live at your house, you don't live at my house, right? I don't know what is going on. If you don't pick the phone up and said, look, and text and said, Jigga, I can't make it to training today because of XYZ, I don't know what is going on. All right? Don't turn up to training and then on match day, you turn up on match day and expect to be in the starting lineup. It doesn't work like that.
Exactly.
No. How do you deal with players with egos?
There you
that
go.
that feels like that when a player feels like, look, I am better than you and I have to be on the pitch. How do you deal with a player like that? Say a player wants to play left back, but he didn't turn up for training this week. You know, because I am going to be honest here, as managers, you know that you have certain players in your squad that like okay, he's excellent or he's extraordinary in what he does
Mhm.
in the position that he plays, but not turning up to training and then training somebody for the entire week, right?
Yeah.
And when on game day, how do you make that tough decision to tell that person that, look, you have to sit out because you didn't come to training?
Well, to me, it's the hardest part of the job as manager, especially if you have a superstar player who didn't train much, but you have like a guy that might not be as good, but he was there. Is it really fair to me as the person making the decision? Do I bench the player that was there for me all weekend, or do I try and play my best lineup? It's a constant thing. Every single game, it's something the manager has to deal with.
Mhm.
But so just to go back what you just said, Kyle. That's the reason why I said that Nicky B have an assistant that working for him. Nicky B said there's no one on the team that's a superstar. Everyone care about winning. So I think once you have a team that care about winning, they're gonna do the work to make sure that team can become champion. you know, and that's all I'm trying to push up my club. If you want to be champion, you got to do the work to become a champion. My team is Chelsea, and Jigga could tell you that. Every day I said that this current Chelsea manager is shit because I don't feel like he could do enough to make us champion until I see it. Even though they're on a great part, not to take away from Pro Club, but I'm just saying that if you want to be champion, you got to put in the work as a team to become champion. And every club in the world is having the same issue when it comes to superstar. But your club is the only club I see Nicky B is not having that issue. So I want you to share your secret, bro.
All
Seriously.
right. Sometimes. All
Go
right.
ahead, man.
So I have a system in the mornings. So when we have league on Saturday and Sunday, I'll send the fixtures in the morning by 9 a.m. and I ask persons to confirm availability. It closes off by 7. If you do not confirm availability, you do not play because I'm big on communication. And confirming availability is inclusive of training and
Mm.
for all the games we have tonight. Once it is that it closes off, later I may post a lineup or I may say, show up to training and earn your start tonight. Because I have various scenarios that I'm running around in my head. So, hey, Hulk has been playing well, but let's see how training goes. Maybe Duki shows up and Duki plays really well in training. And sometimes I don't even pick the team. The team picks the team because persons write their own recommendations. Sometimes, Madman, that's Alan, he creates a Google form and the
Mhm.
voting, the starting lineup is voted on by the team. So people do have a say. I don't always make the decisions. So
Mhm.
persons write their own recommendations at Orlando.
Okay.
That
So
that
those are
sounds
some of the
amazing.
things I have.
But I have one more question. What? So one thing that throws a wrench in the operation is if they're not there for warm ups before the actual league game. Do
Mhm.
you require them to be there an hour before, or you can't be in the lineup, or what happens when your posted lineup player shows up 20 minutes before game time?
All right. So it varies based on that because confirming availability for the league match is inclusive of training. But let's say Quelly, he has trained all week and he's a bit late for training. He shows up 30 minutes before the game because we start training an hour before the league games on Saturdays and Sundays. But he's been consistent in training, but he's a little late for the warm-ups before the league night. I
Yeah.
won't hold that against him because it's a series of things that I look at. So I don't just looking at showing up for training on the league night because players do that. They haven't trained
So
all week.
you wouldn't put any extra weight on the because I have that problem sometimes. They get there they'll have 20 minutes before the game. They were
Hmm.
good in training all week, but I've already been for the last hour running this other lineup.
Hmm.
Yo, 1 second, guys. Everyone in the YouTube channel right now, I'm asking you all guys, please to hit the like button. I got 27 people watching. I only got 4 likes on the channel. Everyone, please support the stream because I know you guys enjoying the show. I appreciate y'all.
Let me give my
Yeah, and
like.
it's fun to
There
do
we
this
go.
show too. So
Go ahead, Nicky B.
Also,
Yeah.
we're taking questions from people from persons from the viewers. So if you need to shoot a question, just post a question in the chat. I'll have it run across the screen. Anyone that feels that they need to ask Nikki B a question. I have so many questions, man. I am just, but I'm just sitting here and I'm observing most of the things. No, Nikki B. Most of what you have said so far, in terms of posting a message asking for availability on game day. I myself have thought about that. I have done that. One of the main issues that I have with doing this is that players do not respond to the group messages. So there goes the lack of communication again. And then when we do turn up for training, I would have like 7 or 8 people respond to the message and say that they would be available for the game. But when we actually start the warm up, which is an hour before, we have 16 people sitting on the bench. No.
Yeah, so
In cases like those, and I am I don't want to stray much, but it all goes down to players and their egos. As managers, how do you keep players in check?
I yell at them. I'll just yell at them if they start, oh, that should have been my assist there. Why didn't you shoot it? Or if I want to play a different position, I just straight. That's the one. And you know me, my style is I'm mostly saying. If you ever watch my streams, I'm mostly saying, good ball, good try. You got it next time. Unlucky. Maybe a little bit I'll yell at my defense. I'm not an offensive guru. I have the assistant coaches for that. But the one time I'll yell is if they start getting an ego or getting out of line or stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I save my yells for that particular moment in time. And then it's they know I mean business. Oh, Kyle's mad. And they might start laughing. Oh, Kyle's getting all angry.
I like that comment in the chat room that someone just made. You want to read it, Jigga?
I have a message here from DJ Deva, and it says, Nikki B, would you loan Cvpl to Torture Squad?
okay, that's a very interesting question from Deva. He wants me to loan Quelly to Torture Squad. He approached me last season with a similar request, He asked me about Alison Becker. And I said, at that time I had 3 goalkeepers. I had Dado, who's arguably the best goalkeeper in the league for me, Alison Becker, and we have Madman. And we played Torture Squad.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Back up. Is this the same Dado that used to play for Portland?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why soon. Yeah.
No, explain. No, Dado actually texted me earlier today, and he said he had some questions for Damar in terms of goalkeeper. I am waiting for the questions, Dado. I see you online, so please feel free to drop your questions whenever. If you want to join the stream, you can join the stream. Let me post the stream link for persons that wants to join the chat. You can join the chat.
Can you do it? Can you do it through WhatsApp call, Jigger? So you could have limited at first on the channel, or you want to do it video? What do you want to do?
What's that?
Do you want to do it like a WhatsApp call? Or you want to do it by the stream thing?
No, they could join us whenever they want to join us.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Well, I think this is a good time to get into the first match of this weekend. Was me versus Nikki B. Portland versus Orlando. And
last weekend?
Yeah, this Saturday.
Oh, this Saturday coming?
No, the one that just happened.
The one that just passed. Yesterday, Saturday.
Whoa, you guys played? I didn't even know that. What?
Okay, so this is what I told you. You got that link I sent for the YouTube video?
Yes, I do.
And if you were able to play it with sound, Nick already knows what I'm talking about because I sent it to him yesterday. But while we wait for that, it was a great match. It was very fun to play. I went to play left back because I knew Nikki B would be over there. I personally wanted to defend him. And this game was going tooth and nail. And I'm going to save it for this clip, Jigga, because there was only 1 goal scored in this game. 1-0 final. If you can go to the 11-minute mark. And if you can play it with sound, because it's important.
Oh, definitely.
Because it's halftime, and it's 0-0. It was really close in the first half.
Yeah, it was a very close game.
All right, then this happened. All right, I hope it plays the sound. Was anybody able to hear that? It was me saying right before they kicked off, okay, watch the long pass, watch the kickoff glitch. And sure enough, right over my own head to Nicky B, off the goalie's hand who actually saved it for the only goal in the match. And my team's like, Kyle, and I'm like, well, I'm the one that said watch the long pass. So it's not like I didn't know it was coming, but I watched the replay back a few times, especially in the match highlights. I did stop running at a point. And what Prince Mo told me, Dottle sent him a voicemail. Nicky V, I'm wondering if this is true or not. Because Dottle sent in this voice message that I heard later on, yo, I told Nicky, run, and I'm going to and kick it over, not him because he was goalie, but kick it over Kyle's head and it'll work. Did that in fact happen, or is Dottle just talking
Oh, very interesting.
Dado
Wow.
did say that. I can confirm that.
So in one stream, you got Dotto saying, kick it over Kyle's head.
And then in the next stream,
And then in my stream, I'm like, watch the long pass, watch the long pass.
I think that might be the play of the season. Honestly, I think that
1-0
play.
final, that was the only goal.
I think that play should be the play of the season. This is what I'm trying. This is what I'm trying.
That's the
What
goal
you talking about? What you talking
No,
about is the
no.
player of the season,
No.
man.
I'm gonna get to that. This is what I'm trying to say. That it is very interested for players or managers or admins to go back and watch stream, and one players or whoever must send a clip to send a clip, and then us as players or admin could vote for plays of each week, so
Yeah.
could decide which play could be the play of the season. Because I know Jiggy going to talk about his play that he got the assist earlier.
Bro, let
But
me
Nicky
show
B-
you.
But Nicky
Oh,
B
yeah,
could
I
also
saw that
talk about
Twitter.
his play as well, and I could also talk about my play.
Let me show you the
You know?
play of the season.
Just bring
Look
it-
at this.
That ball from Jigo was insane though. I know that play. I saw that play.
I'm gonna send you mine right now, Jigga. Hold up.
Is that just a regular triangle, Jigga?
Yes, sir. Look at that, man.
Play it again. That was beautiful though.
I did that twice this weekend, bro. Twice.
Wow.
From a CDM, guys. CDM, not a cam, but a CDM.
I did that twice this week. I did that Saturday and then I did it on Sunday. That was done twice. And
That's nice.
one of the things that after we spoke at Campton afterwards, and one of the things that that was said to me, Kyle, was this: I was told not to make a long pass when I was playing for Portland.
Oh yeah. We still joke about it. Anytime does a long pass, don't do it, Jigga. I'll tell you that to this day.
No,
Say that.
no, look at that and tell me if those guys over at Portland would ever say that to me again.
I mean, you know they won't. You know how they are, but we'll leave it at that. But no, those are some nice passes.
Jordan, you have to send me the clips, bro. You have to send me the clips so I can show the clips.
Yeah.
During the show. I'm just randomly taking shots from YouTube right now.
We're trying to review as many streams as we can, but just CVP alone is 44 matches a weekend, and to watch even if I go scroll through and only watch the goals, that's going to take me a whole day.
So guys, this is what's gonna happen next week, right? Next week, Monday.
Mhm.
If you guys want your want your clip to be show, you guys need to send the clip of this week to either Jigger Cell, myself, or Kyle Cell. Then we are going to show the clip for this week.
Put it on this show.
For this show, for this upcoming we call it Monday, that's coming. Because remember, the show is every Monday, so basically we gotta get it between each league. I'm only gonna show 6 clip per league. So that's 12 clip equal for both leagues.
But send them all in, and we'll pick our favorite
Because
six.
yeah, we pick the favorite six exactly. All right, so everyone everyone know that we call it also CONCACAF is basically a training ground and it's basically a rival ground when it comes to making clubs better. You
It's a
know,
tournament if people
it's a
don't know.
yeah, it's a tournament. It's very it's not very big, but it's very good for each clubs, and some clubs do take part of it. You know, and I could say from the jump that the best tournament that I have so far is when we call it uh I would say Portland, because Portland is a team that's the only team that actually won the tournament back to back. But they won it in the World Cup fashion, and they won it in the in the tournament fashion, and they scored the most goal as what do you call it, as a club
Oh,
inside the
I forgot
tournament.
about that match. 11-1.
11
Portland
to
won the
1. I,
match.
I wanted to I want you to talk about that one, bro. What happened in that game?
Okay, so I think they had given up. I
Okay,
think they were
okay.
knocked out of the tournament. And guess what? The one goal they scored, Jigga, was their goalie scored it.
What?
That's
What?
how messed up that match was. 11-1 final Portland, and that's the only reason we got out of group stage. We had lost 2 games, and I think it was between me and Demar's team to get through.
Yeah, I was selling Jigga. It's really crazy.
And you can
11 to 1.
thank that other team for messing around and giving us 11 goals.
You know, like Jigga team is the only team in the also CONCACAF that has never lost a game but can never make it through the knockout.
And that is so weird, eh?
And that's so very weird.
We,
He's
we,
the
we,
only team.
bro, we got knocked out of the tournament. Literally got knocked out of the tournament without losing twice.
Hmm.
Can you believe that?
How do you feel as a manager, Jigga, when that happened to your team?
That's unlucky.
I'm proud. No, like seriously, I am no. Remember now, Dowie and I go way back, right, from Portland days. And when
Yeah.
Dowie called me up, and Dowie and we were having some issues over there at Gunners, and we
Hmm.
weren't getting along at Gunners, and I was like, Dowie, I'm gonna take a break from this pro clubs thing and just go focus on something else. And he was like, bro, do you see Campton? I'm gonna say, yeah, I see Campton. You guys sitting down there at the foot of the table, like you can't even move. You can't, like you plant a peas and you keep watering it every day and nothing happening. And he
Hmm.
was like, Jigga, just come throw some of your water on it, please.
Tell me
No,
that didn't just happen.
I went there and I sprinkled a little of the magic dust, a little of the Jigga magic dust on it. And now to see Campton, what, 15 in a 22 Cvpl league, and we're actually six in a 16 Lnpl league. No, that is saying some improvement was done. In Cvpl, we're the only team in the league with a 0 goal difference. How is that
Wait,
done?
what?
Yes.
Hold
Oh,
on.
you didn't see that?
No.
We have a zero goal difference.
Wow, I see it.
That's a big deal, man.
That is crazy, right?
Yeah.
We have conceded 10 goals. We have conceded 10 goals, and we were lucky enough to score 10 goals. 0 goal difference. That says a lot. Persons who know me and know how I coach teams and stuff like that, I mainly go for a possession base, because my idea of pro clubs is that if we have the ball, you can't score. I come from the teachings of Jose Moreno. I rather to land the plane and
Yes,
get a
sure.
nil all draw than to go all out and lose 4-0.
Yeah.
And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I was told by a particular player. Well, I wasn't told. It was said by a particular player when I was at Gunners. His words were, and this is what kind of just changed my mind from giving my input when it comes to Gunners, was the possession-based ball game doesn't go anywhere. Why are we trying to play a possession ball game? that's what he said, and I was like, okay. I guess you guys don't like the possession ball game, and they tried something else, and it didn't work. Gunners went in the league for the first time, and they tied for second place, finished third on goal difference. Right, the first time around. Second time around, they tried something different. What happened to them? They finished almost last. I understand. I know persons are going to come when they're watching the stream. They're going to bash me. They were like, "Oh, yo, you're going like it this side." No, fam. I am saying, if you have the ball, how is the other team going to score on you?
All right. Can you go to Portland? And I swear this is going to be what you're talking about. It's not just me talking about my team. The possession-based ball game. You're exactly right, because Portland had a terrible Saturday. We scored 1 goal in 4 games, and I was putting the stats in today, and we had over 100 passes more than Orlando and Ja Raptors in Cvpl Saturday, and we had all the possession, way more passes, scored 0 goals.
No, that issue is a part of the game where I deal with things in stages. It's a slow process, and I said this to Dowie when I first went to Campton. I said to Dowie, like, look, the team is gonna ask for goals. What was your main flaw of last season? You were letting in too many goals, so I need to figure out how to stop that before I can figure out how to score them. Now I am figuring out how to stop goals, even though we weren't able to stop Orlando putting 4 past us.
You're in the Sam Allardyce stage, where you bring in Big Sam when your team's letting in too many goals, and you need somebody to stop the goals.
I guess Giga would be dubbed as the Big Sam of CVPL. It's a title that I am willing to wear. No, we haven't spoke about the Real Orlando and the Campton matchup. We played twice this
I
weekend.
didn't know that.
Twice we played CVPL and Lnpl. In your view, Nicky B, how was those games?
You know,
Be honest. Be honest.
I'm always honest. I'm glad you asked me that question, Chico, because what I did for those 2 games for this season, I compared it to playing Campton last season. And the games versus Campton last seasons were relatively easy. So I can see the improvements that Campton have made so far this season being so early. Because in CVPL we won 4-2, and in Late Night Premier League we won 3-1. But last season, if I'm not mistaken, I think we might have won 5-1 and 9-0, something like that against you guys last season. So I see that you guys have improved defensively. We still edged out the game in terms of result-wise, but if you watch the game, though, it was much closer than the scoreline really reflects.
And I am so glad that you said that, because I was on the phone earlier with Dowie and Patrick. Those are the other 2 managers for Campton, and Dowie remarks was, those games that we played against Orlando, he said that the 2 best games, or the 3 best games that he had played so far this season, was the one with the matchup between Portland and Campton, and the matchup between Orlando and Campton.
And it's funny that you played both those teams twice, both of the times, on the same day.
No, and when I asked him, I was like, why the matchup against Orlando? We lost against Orlando twice. We lost 4-1 and 3-1, and he was like, yeah, but I didn't get a 9, and the scoreline didn't reflect the game. And I was like, in some sense, yeah.
Was it late collapses or what? Because to me, I would look at that and say, you know what I would say.
Not necessarily late collapses. I don't want to give out too much, but it was something new that Campton was trying, and they were trying it for the first time, and that was that particular night.
A few mistakes led to.
So a few mistakes were made.
A good performance overall, but
right, and it didn't. In my view, the adjustments that we made and the new stuff that we tried didn't work against the big teams, but it worked against the lesser teams or the mediocre teams. We came away with a win against Olaba, which I was very disappointed in, and I am going to say this: I was very, very, very disappointed in that win against Olaba. I am right now. I told
At your own team.
no, we beat Olaba, but I was very disappointed in that result. That's a game I told Dory I don't even want to hear about that game anymore, man. Like I and I'm
So
going to
what?
I'm
Yeah.
going to no no I'm going to put this question to Nikki B, because after beating a team 9-0, I think you also beat a team once 7-0 in the league as well. How do you keep your players focused after being up 3 or 4 goals in a game?
All right, sure. So for a lot of my teams, even though it is team ball game, a lot of persons also want individual awards, and we're also stats oriented. So whether it is we're up 1-0, we're up 3-0, we're up 4-0, we're still pushing because we're not going to lose the league on goal difference. And persons want goals, they want assists, they want clean sheets. And when I say they want it, they are hungry for it. And that is what I want from my team. That never say die attitude. So even it is that when we are losing, we are down to 10 men, we are drawing a game, we fight to the very end because we want to win, but we are also very stats oriented, but we are also a team and we work for each other in every way possible. So
Well,
whether
it definitely looks like it's working.
3-0, we push.
You guys have scored 17 goals in the Lnpl this season and only conceded 3 in 6 games. That, in my view, is outright dominating a league. Kyle, you guys did it last season. You guys led the table from the start to the finish. No, Orlando is up there. I am so surprised to see you guys, Kyle, you guys all the way down there at 8, and to even see Kempton at 6 above you. You're defending champions, man. What's going on there?
We lost the match to you on the first week, remember? 1-0. And as I was saying, Saturday, Portland had 1 goal in 4 matches. That was good for 1 point out of 12 in both leagues. And it was a mess. But what I said at the end of that day, Saturday, was, all right, let's just make this sure this is a one-time thing. It's a long season in both. We can't let this lead into more losses tomorrow.
I got a question for Nikki B. Every week we ask this question.
Whoa, hold that question. Just hold that question. Just quick.
Okay.
I know the question that you're gonna ask. That's why I went and I got my pen and my paper, man. I know the question that you're gonna ask. The chat is waiting to hear it as well. Orlando scored 17 goals in the late night league and conceded 3. Look at this table right here now. Elite 21 scored 17 goals and conceded 3 in the Cvpl. Is this a coincidence? What is going on here? This is a team that is being managed by a former player of Orlando. No.
What we want to know is, did you tell him everything? Is he following your strategies as a manager?
Wait, my question first. Or is this what you call it, a second? That's second. I don't want to disrespect elite name, but is this an Akinere team where they just flip the name from real Orlando and just give it elite? Are you guys trying to dominate both league? That's my question. I really want to know.
All right, well, just to go to Kyle's question first, if I am sure that Alba is using some of my tactics in terms of managing, and that is fine. I know when he left and he started his team, he had reached out to me for some of my templates that I send out in terms of players confirming availability. And just to go back on the confirming availability, it's not just to say you're available. it's also to say you're unavailable. So that's how big we are on
Yeah.
communicating. If you're going to be unavailable, you're required to state that as well. In terms of Elite 21, they're completely different from Orlando. In terms of us, we are on Discord and we see everything, but we don't always talk. Where we do our talking is on the football field.
Well, to their point, I think Elite 21 is a much younger team than Orlando.
Oh.
I think Elite 21 has some of the best young talent in the region as far as the teenagers.
No, this is very interesting because like I have never seen this before. Two separate teams.
Exactly.
At the top of the table.
And they come from the same unit.
Boasting the same exact record. This is unheard of, man.
Well, that tells you that template that Nikki went through earlier is a winning template.
So Nikki B, my next question: which team? Give me your top 5 team. Otherwise, from your team. We ask this every week whenever we have a new host, and I want to hear your top 5 in both leagues.
Sure, no problem. So, top 5 in no specific order. All right. So for Cvpl, I'm gonna put Orlando in there.
Okay.
Another team that I have a lot of respect for is Marlions. I think they'll be in the top 5.
Okay.
I like what Devo is doing at Torture Squad and have them in the top 5 as well.
Okay.
I have Portland in the top 5 because I know those players have been playing together for a while and I know they'll get it right. And Kyle is a very good manager. I speak to Kyle almost every day, so I know Portland will be in it as well. And another team that I have as a dark horse, it was really between JA Raptors and Nashville, but I'm going to give the edge to Raptors.
Wow.
So that's my top 5.
So
no elite.
No elite.
No.
Oh. Very interesting. Listen, I need to take a drink for that. I need to take a drink for that, bro. That's very interesting.
Cheers.
Whoa.
Cheers.
No elite. Well.
Cheers.
Late
Late night now. Late night, please. Go ahead. I'm very excited for late night. Go ahead.
Late night.
All right, sure. Let me just bring up that table. All right. So,
to be fair to Nikki, some of the teams he hasn't even seen yet. He's new to this league.
Yeah,
but a lot of the teams are Cvpl teams.
Yeah. So I'll go with Orlando again. Portland. JA Raptors. I like Joga Bonito. And the next team I'll throw in the works would be Ruption. I know Ruption, the guys normally stick together and they have a good quality.
Yeah.
They finished 3rd or 4th in Cvpl last season.
Yeah, GC have a great squad. GC do have a great squad. I like GC team a lot.
Comes out of the Tropics. Big organization of Tropics players.
Big team, yeah.
Don't sleep on Campton and Soccer Aid. Don't sleep on those teams either. I wasn't able to put them in the top 5. Yes, I like Soccer Aid, to be honest. We played them in either Cvpl or Late Night Premier League and we won 2-0. But it was a very close game. I like the tidy football that they play at Soccer Aid.
All right, guys. Your goalkeeper Nicky B has been pressuring me. Yeah, you want to know who's the best goalkeeper in the league. Let's just get to it and get it over with. Jigga, bring that stats up because the goalkeeper stats, and just let the world know who the best goalkeeper is.
Okay, let's see what's going on here.
Yeah.
Position, goalkeepers. Let's see.
Put it up to like 50 goalkeepers just in case.
We don't have 50 goalkeepers in the league.
10. Top 10. No, what are you doing? What are you saying, Kyle? Top 10.
No, just to include everybody.
Birmingham Bulls has the most clean sheets.
Okay. So there you go, your answer. Orlando goalkeeper.
Wow, and we don't know anything about Birmingham. What's his name?
That's what's.
We don't know anything about his goalkeeper.
And that's
Mercy Jesse.
So there's a dark horse that we don't even know about yet. Has anybody here played Birmingham?
Nope.
I did. Well, I did yesterday, and was it? I think I played them yesterday, and they Oh, that was the game. I don't want to talk about this week game
Oh,
when
no.
it come to us, bro. Cause all I'm trying to say,
But-
I wish I could show the guys the picture I sent to you recently when I was talking about the tactics that kill our players. That's the main reason why my
No,
team
no,
fell
no,
behind.
Damar,
It, it's hard to, bro. It's hard to, bro. If you was playing the game,
if you are, and when you said this to me earlier before we even started the stream, man,
yeah.
if you are play pro clubs and you know pro clubs, everybody know when you put the team press on, your stamina will go down.
No, but that's the thing.
For sure.
I never knew I never knew that it was still on because in the game it's balanced, right? But custom tactics is different from in-game tactics. You know what I mean? So I never know it was actually save.
So your person that is doing your tactics, you need to have a talk with him.
Yeah, and we did have a talk with him earlier. So it's just one of those stuff that we gotta like basically take as a team.
But yeah, Jay and Dotto were both on the list last year for that is the Jay Portland and Dotto.
Yo,
Orlando.
Dotto.
Yo, what this man saying, bro?
What up, Dotto?
What's
it was
up, bro?
confirmed that you called the. What's up with? Oh, you can get it over Kyle's head with that pass.
No, well, we were asking who was the best.
No, this is way
Goalkeeper
more
in the
important, Jigga. So, what made you think? Oh, is Kyle not going to pay attention or what?
Well, we're looking at the stats right now, right? And
Yeah, I'm going back to training. Alright, I'm going back to training. I'm fuck.
But remember, I know Birmingham goalkeeper might have had 4 clean sheets, but that doesn't mean that he's the best. It's just six
what?
games in. It's
True.
too early to call. That is a team of the season goalkeeper. We have to remember that,
Okay.
gentlemen.
All right.
So,
So no,
I think it's too early
Yeah,
to
but
call.
Nicky, I'm just saying it's someone to look out for.
Mhm.
we
True.
weren't fit.
No doubt.
All right. Let me say we weren't finished. Then we can go across and we can look at it. Dadu is actually having the highest match rating of all the goalkeepers in the entire league right now. So that speaks that speaks
That's
a
speak
lot.
values.
Right.
More saves as well.
He has the most saves.
Yeah.
With 24 saves, he has 3 more than the next man. Pass percentage, he's third in pass percentage. Average match rating is second. Average goals conceded per game is 1.5. This man has the best right here, which is 0.5. Pass percentage for a goalkeeper is 95, which is the highest. So, no, looking at the entire stat, and my apologies, Dado, looking at the entire stat right across the board, I would give it to you being the best goalkeeper in the league right now.
But
Because,
yeah, that you gotta remember, like in real life, when managers ask question and interview about the other player, they're not gonna sink their own player underneath the bus in real life. So for me to avoid that question, I go by stats. So I flipped it against your question because I can't say you are when I gotta respect my player.
whoa,
You understand?
Whoa,
If I could say that,
whoa, stop. No, I hate to do this, and let me not do this on the stream. I am just going to follow follow the cursor right now. Let's follow
zoom in. Yeah,
no,
zoom in.
just follow the cursor right now. This is, you see the team highlighted where the pro John is the goal. Is your goalkeeper, right?
Yeah.
What is this?
I can't read. I can't read. I can't see
I know
nothing.
you can't read because there's nothing there.
Okay. So that's the reason why I gotta put those stats in. Our assistant manager gotta do that.
No comment, but that does remind me. Stats need to be in by tonight or tomorrow morning
Yes, sir.
to be eligible for Team of the Week because there's a whole process of picking out the team of the week players, which is going to be every 2 weeks, including this week.
Yeah, I know, and I also know that you're gonna do it for last week and this week, every 2 weeks. Cause
Yeah.
some of the guys on my team, especially my strikers, they're very eager about their stats and stuff like that. Defenders as well. I don't know if my team is gonna get team of the week per se, any one of my players, but
From the looks
It
of
did-
things, everybody's doing their stats a lot better than last year, and it should be way more teams that are in there. I think only about 5 or 6 teams ever had team of the week last year season because
so
other people weren't
Skulls.
putting stats in.
So Skull, if you're watching this broadcast on Linger or Chris, please go ahead and update these stats, please. And
No,
for the guys that's watching right now, again, this is a family show. This is a fun show. So the way you guys could support the show is by subscribing, hitting the like button. We got 34 people watching. At least we could get at least 28 likes.
no.
We really
Kyle,
appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Kyle, I am looking at midfielders, stats for
Mm.
midfielders right now, and just explain to the midfielders as how is the selection process done for team of the week for the midfielders. What are the stats that we actually look at?
Definitely, when you're a midfielder, match rating is definitely going to be in there. But
So looking at the match rating now, we have the Marlians manager. He's actually in the lead right now. Blue Kings second, Marlians third again with Swagalat and Kenny Bling 86 from Blue Kings. So Marlians
and I
is a
bet
good
you
one.
if you go to I bet you Swagalot's going to be up there for interceptions and stuff. You can click on interceptions. That match rating will probably reflect that he's that's
Hold on. For interception, I gotta go to probably
500.
500.
And because
we gotta go all the way down here.
you'll see that he's also the leader in interceptions.
So for interception is this column right here. Yeah, swallow that. He has 17 interceptions in 6 games.
So things like that. So it's the midfield is going to take in everything, which usually goals. It's not just goals and assists oriented. We need to get some defenders in there.
Whoa. This is
that's important.
This is amazing though. For what position does this guy play, man?
He looks like a CDM, but you can never tell because Nicky B, your Cam had the most tackles in the entire league last year, and I wouldn't classify him as a CDM because he also had the most assists.
Oh.
So you never can tell.
He plays the position.
He's had to have been, if I made an MVP award, that was his for sure. Because it's insane to have assist and tackle leader. That means you're doing it all.
My bad, guys. I'm back. Sorry about that.
And what else we'll be looking at for the midfielders? Key passes.
Key passes is always important. That's one of those tiebreaker stats. If somebody's looking kind of similar, how many key passes you have. And look at this man. This man is clearly in team of the week. I've already look at the goal and assist. He's up there. He's almost up there on the goal chart and is leading assists. That is the manager of Marlians.
16 key passes. Whoa!
But look at Cvpl had about 57 key passes last year. He's already at 11.
So
I think that's 12 tackles. So looks like he's on it again.
Even I need all of our viewers and
our fans. He wasn't able to play this weekend. He wasn't feeling well, so he didn't play this weekend.
I need our viewers or our fans to understand this, bro. Even though FIFA itself doesn't make the game great, the league itself could be a bigger and a beautiful thing if everyone, do what they should do. I could speak for my example, right? I'm the manager for the Pro Rasta FC, and I told all my assistant managers to upload the stats, but just because I trust them, I never double check to make sure that it's in. So me as a manager now, that's my responsibility to get it right. So I'm just saying from my mistake, every manager do make sure that you and your assistant managers to update the stats, because if they don't update the stats, your players won't be happy playing in the league. They don't see their name in the preview show because their name is not going to be recognized. They're going to lose interest of playing in the league, and that's why we need to make sure everyone names could be highlighted, because I love to talk about my team. I love to be on the men and thing. And when it comes to Jigger, like we lost 3 games this week, but guess what? My team is still happy. Why? Because they beat Campton. Simple stuff like that could motivate a team to do great stuff in the league. So managers need to be on top of that game for real.
No, one of the things that I preach over there at Campton is when you're passing the ball, to make sure that you pass the ball to somebody that is in a position to receive the ball. And this is the first time I am looking at this stat, and to see myself third in this table. Now, obviously, I am speaking something that is facts. And this is just showing some words to the people over there in Campton. When you're passing the ball, please pass the ball to somebody that can receive the ball, please.
That's all I'm trying to say. And when they get the ball, someone should be able to make a pass. I have a system that said the ABC system.
Is that Asher? Is that Asher in
Yeah,
first place?
Who's now my CDM, Jigga?
CDM.
Deep line playmaker, Jorginho role.
Well, all right. This JA
Which is
Raptors
interesting
guy.
because I know Asher is a left winger, but he's playing CDM well for Portland.
I put him in that Jorginho role, Nicky.
As a CDM, I am so proud right now to look at this and see that the pass percentage is 3 CDMs leading for best pass percentage.
What does that tell you? It's important.
As a CDM, I am so proud. Asher, big up. MK Legacy, I think he plays CDM for JA Raptors. Good
he does. He does.
And yeah, man, it's really good to see that CDMs are actually passing the ball really well, man. I really like that. This man right here keep throwing away the ball.
True.
He's not too high up. I mean, he's pretty high on the list, though.
Oh, Nicky B, you're right there too, man. In 16, that's not bad.
I'm trying to keep up with the CDMs.
4 goals and 4 assists this season. That's a really good return, and the league is so early, man.
Man, thank you. I'm trying.
Out there to prove himself. Get one of those individual awards this year. What? No, I'm just kidding.
With 5 key passes, 4 goals and 4 assists, he has contributed to 8 goals. And if those key passes probably lead to goals with another 5, oh my God, man, he's doing something good out there on the wings. I see that little trick that you have at your play when you actually go off the field. I am taking.
I saw that too, Nick. I'm like this. I'm gonna censor myself,
Gareth Bale inspired, against Mark Bartrow.
I saw you up there, man. I was like, oh, what's going on here?
I don't know why I skipped the defenders, but let me go back and look at the defenders. I can see that some of the managers are rushing to put some stats in right now because the table has changed since the last time I looked at it.
Great stuff.
No, I'm looking at defenders, and one of the main things for defenders is probably what? Interceptions, right?
That's a good tell of that you're covering your position well.
P Blacks.
Wow, P Blacks.
Whoa, that's a surprise right there.
I think he's been playing fullback. I played against John Raptors this week, and they beat us.
Who is this Birmingham Bulls team, man?
That's what I said last week, Jigga. Do you remember me talking about the dark horses? I said the manager of Birmingham Bulls seems super serious, and that he's here to win.
We need to get this. Anybody know of the Birmingham Bulls?
I had to talk because I knew this is a man we need to talk to. He said he's usually very busy on Mondays, but as soon as he gets an availability, he'll be in. Tell us about the story.
I would even move the show from a Monday night to accommodate him because I need to speak to this lad. I really do need to speak to this man.
And there was an unfortunate incident this week, but I felt really bad about the incident this week.
This is looking
because they look like they're here for business.
This is Oscar, right, from Portland.
Mm-hmm.
He's second right now with
interceptions.
Yeah. Obi, I don't know what Obi probably is a CV as well. 12 interceptions. That's really good.
Jigga, so I got a question for you, Jigga. Which team are you more worrying about right now?
I'm not worried about anyone.
No team?
I'm only worried about Campton.
No, I mean no, not as a manager. I'm talking about a fan of the league. As a fan of the league, which team do you think is gonna like collapse? Like,
Collapse.
not when I say collapse, like they won't have like the what you call it, the confidence that they could pull off a win. They could like
No, I'm not.
finish
I
further up the table. Like as a fan, I'm not
no.
talking about as a manager. I'm
I
just
am.
talking as a fan.
All right. So I am going to be realistic and let me
Mhm.
speak. I
Mhm.
expect no team to collapse or withdraw from the league.
No, I'm not
Why?
saying.
No,
I'm
no,
not
no, no,
saying that.
no, 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 no. Listen to me. Listen to me.
Mhm.
Why I say this?
Mhm.
Campton sat at the foot of the table for the entire season last year.
Mhm.
Did you see Dowie call the admins and said, I am leaving, or let's pack it up and call it a day?
Mhm.
No. He
Never.
stuck he never did that. And the thought run across his mind once and I
Mhm.
called him and I was like, Dowie, what you doing, man? Like you go I told him when you were building Campton that you're going to get heavy defeats. You have to learn you have to learn the hard way before you get there. You must take hits.
Mhm.
No manager will get it right the first time around. I don't
Maximum
know.
respect to them.
You see me say I like at the end of the Lnpl season last season though we finished almost top five.
Mhm.
But he was suffering in Cvpl. And he stuck with it and look at him now.
Yeah, he got everybody in the league's respect because we all saw what was going on.
So if though we can go through an entire CVPL season at the foot of the table and don't fall, I am not expecting one manager to fall. Somebody has to finish first, somebody has to finish 22nd. Somebody has to finish first in the Lnpl and somebody has to finish 16. Is when you come across obstacles like these, is what you do next. Would you fall up like a coward and run? Or would you stand up and stand tall and fight another day?
Yeah,
That's up to you.
and
True.
that's the thing. And that's the thing. Like that's the thing. Right? Everyone have a chance this year to be successful. Right? My goal this year. I got two goals: to win, to get a chance to win, and to finish against Campton Rebirth, to finish above Campton Rebirth.
You
If
and
I,
that second one would never happen.
it would
Well, but
happen.
my team had said I should have asked you something, based on something you said last week.
Hmm
Yes,
You
sir.
said you know the secret to beat Orlando. So my teammates would never forgive me if I didn't bring that up.
I've been waiting for
I
this
know you
one
know a
all
few
week.
of the players from the squad because we played with us. I think maybe 19 or 18
All
FIFA.
right. When do we face Jigga? Let's look at that first, please.
All right, before we look at that, let me say my respect to the strikers. Leading the table right now is Blue Kings. Um, I don't know
Yeah,
where
when I
these
saw
guys
that
get.
earlier,
I
yeah,
don't
when
know
I
where
saw
these
that
guys get
earlier, I
these
was
7
like,
goals.
"Oh,
PSN
Blue
names.
King."
Get these PSN names. And some of these PSN names are so difficult to pronounce, man. Um, I was never an English major when I was going to school. I was actually an accounting major, so numbers is my thing, not
True.
words. Um, look at this man at number 6.
Two Birmingham Bolts in the top six.
I can't even pronounce. I can't even pronounce that man name at number 6 right there. I don't know what that is, but but 7 goals. Birmingham Bulls second. Whoa,
Second and sixth,
is
Birmingham
that
Bolts.
is that Campton FC? I see right there.
Yes, sir.
I, I think we need to look at that stat to see if it's right. Yeah, I think we need to double check that stat to see if it's right. Biggs, you need to check that stat
One
again.
second, I don't seem to be hearing.
He's not hearing. We're hearing you. We're hearing you. Um, it's looking good. So now you said to go look at when you guys play
Yeah, and then I'm,
Orlando.
I'm, I'm gonna give you an honest answer. I won't give away the secret that I know, but I give away the honest answer. All right, that's good enough for you, Nikki.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cause I like your team, bro. I like your team because I don't think you remember this, but at one point I was trying to. No, let me not say that under here. Let me not say that. Let me not say that under
Oh,
here.
you were trying to be Nicky B?
No, not beat. No, not beat. Let's leave that alone. Let's leave that alone.
You guys don't play until that's not right. Let me back up.
I think he passed us. I think he passed us. Go back up.
I did.
Go back up from the beginning.
Hold on a second. Let me see something.
No, that's not us. That's Nashville.
What's going on here? All right.
You gotta look at results.
Right here. 17
The 17th of
April.
April. I might not be there for that game. I gotta go. All right, so I'm gonna answer the.
You running already?
No. I book a vacation trip to New Jersey since last month. But I'm gonna answer that question. So, Nicky B, the thing I noticed about your team is like you guys love to compose and have ball position on the ball. You guys play in one particular area of the pitch. Most of the time you guys do it in the 15 minutes. That's what I see. And then when Kyle knew exactly what he was gonna do before you do it, right? And every time a game starts, you guys look for that play off the jump. Every time a game starts, you guys look for that one play. It might be from a different player, but it is the same play.
This time it worked though, even though I knew it was coming.
No, that's the thing I'm trying to say. And my team, every time our team play, I send clips and I send video in to make each guy study the system. Jigga asked me, "Oh, did I study Campton system?" I was like, "Yes." He was like, "What do I learn?" I was like, "You're gonna see in game." And guess what? We beat Campton. So once my team actually sit down and study the system, we are gonna beat you guys. We're gonna. I'm just saying. Based off the clip that we see, we're gonna have a chance to beat you guys. Your team is great. Your team is a defending champion. But if my team study the clip that I send in, they're gonna beat you guys.
That might be a big if though, because Jigga
It's a
knows.
big if. It's a big.
Jigga knows
It's
hard
a
to
big
get people
if.
to look at clips, look at tactics.
I think
They don't want to hear that most of the time.
I think Kyle. I think you said something last week that you said if you guys could go like the week undefeated, you was gonna give away what you call it, a gift card to your player. Someone said that. I don't know who said that.
Oh,
I don't
no,
know if
me. I'm too sure for that.
so that's the motivation I'm going by. If my team could beat Nicky B, I'm giving away my players, each player's a $10 gift card.
Woo! A bounty. A bounty has been played.
Yeah, that's a bounty because I want them to watch a clip. I want them to understand what they're seeing, and I want them to come prepared to win it. Because I just want to be
motivation. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I love this man's confidence, I do love your confidence. But remember, I think you do play Campton again. I think it's this weekend.
Again?
If I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
Yes. How many times we play?
Preseason doesn't matter. You
No,
said
I'm
that
not
last
No. I'm not talking for the preseason. How many times have we played it since the season has started?
once.
And I think we play you in the LMPL coming this season, coming this weekend.
I think we
No,
I
no.
think we
Oh, you beat us in the LMPL.
PL. So
We haven't played you in the CVPL yet.
So we definitely got to beat two to get it. This weekend coming is a big week for pro wrestlers. We got to win all game on Saturday. We got to win all game on Sunday to be above your team. To be above your team. And training this week is gonna be a big thing for my club.
Yeah, man, we play you this weekend.
Everyone this week is gonna hate me because I'm not joking around.
We play you this Saturday. Damar Pro 5. We play you this Saturday.
Okay.
And
I'll be tuning into that stream.
And mark my words. No. You're getting 4-0.
All right.
Ooh,
So
shots fired.
so 4-0. So all right. So
even if I win 1-0, I am going to be so disappointed in my team.
So all right, so listen, if it doesn't beat my team 4-0, you need to give a $10 gift card to one of your viewers on the stream. And if you beat me 4-0, I give a $10 gift card to one of your viewers on the stream.
That's not
Deal?
that's not a problem.
All right, deal.
That's not a problem.
All right.
But I'm telling you, man, you're getting four.
All right.
Four.
Wow.
Because my rival with Campton, and I got rival with Campton. I don't know if I have any rival with no other team as yet. You know, I just like we call it Nicky B team. I just want to beat them. I just want to beat the best team. So I gotta shoot my gun at the best team. But your team, I got rival. Portland, I don't know much about Portland team as yet. I'm trying to learn it. I'm learning.
Bro, just watch any of our streams.
I'm trying to learn it
since October.
I'm trying to learn the team. I really don't know much about the team. I'm really trying to learn it. So that right there
knows Portland by now, which is why us as Portland, we have to evolve. We're at that evolve stage once again because I told you our Saturday 1 goal in 4 games.
I want to shift the focus a little bit now to the viewers.
Yeah.
Again, I'm gonna ask the viewers: is there any questions that you guys have to ask Nicky B? Nicky B is our guest for this week, and also, which manager would you guys like to see on the show next week? We will try to do this every week. We're not only inviting managers, we're inviting players. If you want to be a part of the show, just say so. We are welcome to everyone, anyone. It doesn't matter. I have extended invitation to Alba Black. Somebody said Alba Black, Nicky B again next week. No problem. If Nicky B wants to be back next week, no problem. Somebody says Alba Black. I would try to get in contact with Alba Black for next week.
Definitely Marlians too. We need to try and get Marlians representative.
We will try to get Marlians in. Though he has told me that he would like to be here one of the days. A very interesting topic came up the other day, with and I was speaking to Dowie. He would like me to do a show. He would like for us to do a show where we don't interview any players, any managers, no admins, but the focus would be on the spouses of the managers.
I mean, it's an interesting idea.
It is an interesting topic. His other half has already expressed that she would like to be a part of it. There is one key lady, and I haven't expressed this to her as yet, but I would love for her to be here. She's also an admin. I don't know if she wants me to say this on the stream, but I am going to say it anyway. She's also an admin in the Cvpl. I am not going to say which admin. She's an admin in the Cvpl. She has been with the Cvpl since the inception of Cvpl.
Yeah.
I would love for her to be a part of that show. They have asked for lot of requests from the Dowie has asked for my other half to be on the show as well. I've said it to her. She said she will think about it. No sacrifices, and this is this is a question for Nicky B. Some people might view this as just a video game, right? And we are grown people, and people will look at the stream and it's like, look at this grown man sitting down talking about a video game. One of the questions I want to ask is, what is pro clubs to you?
Oh, that's such a big question. Pro clubs.
Oh, that's big for real.
Yeah, pro clubs means a lot to me and for my team because we are a family. Some of us are in Jamaica, some of us are in America, some of us are in Martinique. We are all over the world, and we connect on a nightly basis, and we sit and we play FIFA. But the thing I love most about pro clubs is us being in the party and talking and just vibing and sharing our experiences as friends and as brothers and as a family. Because really and truly, that is what we are. So even in the off season, the group is blowing up because we are still talking about football, things that are happening in the world, COVID. And in terms of me, to find the balance at home and pro clubs, it can be challenging. And I'd just like to give a special big up to Shika, that's my partner. My entire team knows her, and she knows my entire team. I am the manager for that team, but she's my management. And the reason why we took time off Orlando is because I had my kids. I had twins. They're 9 months now, and that's why I took the time off. So sometimes it can be challenging, especially with two one time. Yeah. Sometimes I can't train. Sometimes I want to train and I can't train because I have responsibilities at home. So it's all about finding the balance.
Believe me, man, I know exactly what you. If you can look, if you look right there, that's Mario right there.
Yeah.
If you look over there, that's Luigi sitting over there.
I didn't notice till now.
Those are my son's toys. I was 1 month behind in Nicky B. 1 month.
Yes.
And let me tell you something. I myself I must say that lady there Roche is so understanding to, like, for me to be sitting down here every evening in training and playing a video game and interacting with you lads. Like, I'm living in the States, but I'm not from the States. I'm from Jamaica. Most of my friends are back there in Jamaica where I call home. So I don't have a social life. But when I come home and I sit down, I spend most of my time talking to my players and talking to the players on the game. Kyle and I go way back from VFL Portland days. That was the first Portland that was formed.
Yeah, I could testify towards that too. Jigga really take his time and to show the league love and respect. Because when Jigga leave work, he's with his kid while he's doing business for the league. So that's what I'm trying to say, that we have outside life, as players, our admin, our managers, So when we do shows like this, like, I look at hitting the like button or subscribe to the YouTube page should show us that we're doing something right, because we got kids to take care of. We got other stuff to take. We'll find the time to make sure that you guys could enjoy the league. Remember, no one getting paid for this. No one. No. Everyone is doing this because they love the players and they love the league.
And we want it to grow. We want the whole community to grow.
We want the whole community to grow. Jigga planned this since last year, September?
This show has been in my head for over a year.
For over a year, yeah.
Yeah, yes, from Toronto days as well to JR. Like that's going way back. Toronto days, man. Real Salt Lake days. Yeah, man, I remember them days. When Tropics just came into the league, there was Santa Cruz Blanco. I do remember that when Real Orlando just came into the league, there were VFL Orlando, right? So Nicky is old school. I'll put Nicky as old school manager. He has gone through the paces. He has took his hits, and to see him on top right now, man, I must say congrats again for the job that you're doing over there.
Congrats on the title last year.
Yeah, man, you're doing a really good job. Excuse me, you're doing a really good job over there, man. Just keep doing it. Lift up us, Nicky B.
I got a question for Nicky B.
Sure.
Nicky B, how do you get to sign Wheel the Dealer? How do you get to sign this guy? Because I know this guy pretty well. How do you get to sign him? Walk me through that.
It's actually interesting how I signed Wheeler and Dealer. We played them in a cup game. I think he was at Cvpl Pumas. That's when it was Div 1 and Div 2, and there was a merge for the cups. So I was playing right wing in that game, and Wheeler and Dealer was playing left back. We still joke about this up to today, where we still share the stream. We won the first game 4-1, and I destroyed him. I destroyed him. But I saw that he was talented. And then we played the second leg, and they improved, and he improved, and we drew 1-1, and he locked me down. Wow. After that match, I said,
Lies, Wheeler says.
I said, I'm signing this dude. I messaged him, and I remember the conversation, and Wheeler was like, how do you know about me? And I'm like, Wheeler, don't worry about that, but know that I know about you because we played against you. And we had a good talk, and that's pretty much the history of how I signed Wheeler and Deal. And since I've signed him, every season I have been in the league, he is on my team. He never missed
a lot of fun.
Always present.
I had the opportunity of borrowing Wheeler and Dealer for a season. The first season that Gunners came.
The season I was out.
And I must say I have played with some amazing left backs.
Yeah.
I don't want to put my foot in my mouth.
But you got to show respect where respect is due, yeah.
Wheeler is top class. He's up there as a left back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's the only fullback to make team of the season last year.
Because I play with him. I play with him too. So that's why I was surprised when I saw you sign him. Because he's very picky when it comes to picking a team.
No,
so
go ahead, Jigger. This is one of the things that I respect about, especially a player like Wheeler and Dealer is, sometimes you go into the club or you get into the lobby, and there's 4 of you there, and you want to go and you want to play a game. You would never see Wheeler go to another position but left back.
Yeah, he stick to what he know.
And when I am, and we said this last week on the show, when I am choosing players to play for me, and I look in the discard and I see this guy saying that, oh, I can play cam, I can play left wing, I can play striker.
You want specialists.
I am not looking for any. And if you want to play all those positions, go play seasons. I am not looking at any. If I'm looking at striker, I'm looking at striker. If I'm looking at cam, I'm looking at cam. If I'm looking at centre back, I'm looking at centre back. And if I'm looking at GK, stay between the sticks. And I respect that about Wheeler. That man stays at left back. There's no centre backs. There's no right back. There's no CDMs. And he stay where? Left back. It will be him, the left back, 1 winger, 2 winger and a striker, and they're playing ball. The man
and he has grown tremendously as a player. Tremendously.
Yes, some of you young guys coming up should take notes. Like, if you want to play a particular position and you want to master the position, play the position. You understand? Not because you go in the lobby and you see striker available.
Yeah.
You want to play striker.
Go
ahead, Demar. I have another issue, but go ahead.
Yeah, I got a question for you, Kyle, because this question for me is very personal for me when it comes to my players. But I want to know if you would do it as a manager, because since you're the defending champion, so I got to ask you, right?
Me?
I mean, Nicky B.
No,
sorry, I mean Nicky B. Both of you guys could answer as well. I doesn't mind. You guys won both titles in 2 different leagues, so both of you guys could answer. So when it comes to the camera in the game, in Pro Club's game, do all the teammates play on the same camera, or do you as a manager tell player what camera they should use? Or you just let them be, or you let them pick what camera best fit them? So the question again, so the question again, do everyone on your team use the same camera, right? Or do you as the manager tell the players to pick which camera based on where they're playing, or you let everyone use what camera they choose to use?
All right, for me, the camera that I use is co-op. And based on how persons play, I can tell when they are not seeing the entire field.
The extremely zoomed out one, Nicky.
Oh my God, thank you. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Some persons zooming out, like how, for example, zooms out, he edits the height, the zoom. I keep it at the default, but that just comes down to preference. So I've recommended to persons to use co-op before, but I say stick with it if you want to stick with it. If you choose to use the default, that is up to you. We recommended it to Wheeler the other day, and Wheeler was like, amazing. I can see the entire field because he did not know, and he stuck with it. Just like I recommended to a person, Zion, and he chose not to use it. But it's a choice that you make. I can recommend it, but I don't enforce it.
You know the reason why I asked that question? Remember earlier I told you I played Wheeler before?
Mm-hmm.
Wheeler was playing great defender, but now Wheeler become a beast defender. And I don't know if the camera have something to do with it. But he was a great defender. Now he's a beast defender. You see what I'm trying to say? So you as a manager, you know the game, you say stuff to your player to make a player get better.
And as
So
as Wheeler would say, amazing.
No, your answer, Kyle. No, I want to hear your response, Kyle.
Oh, I would let them do whatever they want.
Okay.
But me as a defender, I like to do the extremely zoomed out version of the co-op.
Okay.
So I can see the entire field.
Okay. All right. In terms of camera angle, I play when I'm playing CDM, I use co-op. It is 20-0. When I'm playing center back, I rotate between 20-0 and 20-10. For some reason, just try it. You try it. You will see which one is better.
Right,
you see which one you like. 2010 brings it down a bit more. You still get to see left back, right back. It brings it down. It brings it down just a little bit more. You can see. You still can see the runs, but the tackling is more on point when you're at 2010. 20-0, you get to see everything, but for some of the older guys will probably have a little bit of vision problem. They need to go down a little bit.
I mean, I do the extreme zoom down. I'm about to be 35.
So yeah, we're at the same age, man. There was once a pretty white horse. Oh my god. Team house manager. Wheeler is requesting team house manager next week. Who's the manager of team house again?
That is J Fans.
J Fans. That's a very interesting guy, and I would like to sit down and have a discussion with him as well. Moving on into show, I don't know where Profile went. He probably went to the restroom or something because he's been sitting down drinking syrup for a while here. Pro clubs, and I tend to get serious about pro clubs, and I am asked, why am I so passionate about pro clubs? And one of the next questions that I want to ask Nikki B is, how were you introduced, or when did you become aware of this version of the game? What caused you to start playing pro clubs?
Sorry, say that again?
No, I was just asking Nikki B what caused him to start playing this version of the game, pro clubs. Or, like for my story, I stumbled across pro clubs by mistake.
Oh. Can I answer first?
No, this was to the question. The question was to Nikki B. What caused you in the first place to actually, like, FIFA comes out. Everybody, when you go on YouTube and you type in FIFA, the first thing that comes up is Foot Champions. No attention is paid to pro clubs. How did you discover pro clubs?
It's actually interesting. It's a friend of mine, Kamali. He's the one who actually introduced me to pro clubs. He was always telling me about pro clubs, but I never liked the idea or the concept of it, to be honest. I was just a seasons man. And I remember one day he came over to my house because we were going to a friend's birthday celebration later in the evening. It was November 17, 2015. I will never forget it. He was the one who created my pro. And I played some drop-ins. I was like, okay, this seems interesting. He was explaining some things to me about it. I said, okay, this seems interesting. And then I had a friend who had a team, and they didn't have a right winger. And that's how I started to play right wing. And then the rest was just history. I entered Jamaica Pro Leagues. I won it as a manager for Mandeville Royals. Some of my greatest friends and my best friends I met through pro clubs. Some guys I've never met them, but I know them. They are my brothers, and that's pretty much how I started playing pro clubs. Just through a friend recommended it to me, and from my pro was built, he has never changed. He has always looked the same. So even when they didn't bring over the pro for one particular year in FIFA, can't remember which year it was in terms of the look. My partner Shika, she was insistent that he has to remain the same, and she took a pic of him in 19 and she built him for me, I think in 20, so that he could have the same look. But of course, every other year the pro comes over in terms of his look. So I've had the generic look since inception, and nothing has changed. But I love pro clubs though. I love it.
No, Kyle, you and Kyle have some similarity in terms of Kyle uses the same setup. Kyle just used one single player.
Oh yeah, from FIFA 10.
From FIFA 10 all the way up. He has never changed it. I will quickly answer this question asked by Hulkdan. We want to know what Campton tactics was versus Orlando. Actually, there was no tactics. Absolutely no tactics. to be perfectly honest, there was absolutely no tactics. All right, I'm going to tell you what happened on Sunday. On Sunday, got up. Dowie called me. Me and Dowie would be on the phone like for hours, like 4 or 5 hours for the day sometimes. And I was there, I was cooking, and Dowie said something to me. Dowie was like, we were looking at the table and we were like, yo, we need goals. Orlando wasn't the focus. But I did call Nicky B on Sunday, and I spoke to him about an issue where a player was transferred and then released from a club, and then, he signed to a club, then released, and then signed to another club and played you guys the Saturday night, and I was worried about it. I was just looking at your guy, looking at your team, and one of the things that I picked out, and I don't want to let me not say it. Managers, go do your research. I did mine. I'm not going to tell you what I found out in my research. Go do yours. So I did pick out a few things from watching from watching your streams. And if you watch my stream, you can hear when I called out to Campton guy and tell him, say, look, there it is, there it's coming now. But the main idea was just for me personally, my motto is the legend never sleep, and I really don't sleep. I am up at 4 o'clock in the morning and I'm playing this video game.
That's facts. I could witness that. Me and Jigga talk every day, almost 8-9 hours a day. All Jigga talk about making himself better, make Campton better, and making the league better. He always doing homework.
I take a nap for like 5 minutes and I get up and something has come to my head, and I like, though he's the guy at Campton that builds a new player every day and tests him and try him and see like let me see what's going on and stuff like that. So the idea going into the game on Sunday against Orlando was that we needed goals. We were in both leagues, we were -1 goal in both leagues. I was like, -1 goal in both leagues, like we need to figure something out. So I was watching the Leicester versus Manchester United, and you have that Manchester United thing there, and man, Leicester inspired me. Yeah.
Wow.
When I saw Leicester playing the way they're playing, I was like, what is Brendan Rodgers doing? Why is it like, I know Manchester United plays the 4-2-3-1. As I said, managers, go do your research. I'm not saying anymore. So I was like, so something done on me there, and I was like, Manchester United playing 4-2-3-1. Leicester is ripping them apart. Jigga, I immediately Googled. When I Googled, I was like, what is Leicester doing that is so different? And I was like, interesting. Then I screenshot something on my phone that I was looking at. I sent it to Dowie, and Dowie was sleeping at the time. Then I went and I searched for a video. Let me be more specific then. I looked at the formation that Leicester was using, and I was like, interesting. Then I went on and I searched and I found another video, and the video that I found was why was Atalanta scoring so many goals in Syria? And
with no star players.
And I was saying no more managers.
Look at Carl doing research right now.
And I was like,
Nicky B.
Managers, go do it. Let me give you another hint. It's a T for if you have subscribed to that channel.
Tifo football is the best.
Tifo football. They did a little special on Atalanta. Atalanta was scoring 10 more goals than the team that was closest to them. Why? What were they doing that was so different? They were using a formation. They were using a different formation. They were using something different. So we tried something different for the first time. And
that's what you were saying. There was a few mistakes that happened.
So that's why we made a few
while you were
mistakes
trying something
because
new.
It was new. It was new to us. It was the first time we were playing a 3 at the back.
You know, not to cost you, Jigger. You know, Brown is my right hand man. Big Brown, 1, 2, 3. You know that already, right? Brown always say to me that if you're playing against a team that score 6 goals, our goal as a team to make sure that we could score 8 goals. Meaning that if they could score 6, we as a team must be able to match that or even better that, right? And you always have this crazy idea to play this formation. You call it the plane formation, the plane. Because when you look at it, it's a plane. And I, as a manager, always afraid to try it. But now that you mentioned that, I'm gonna try it in training and see what happens. If you guys know what I'm saying, you guys should know what formation that is. It's plane. But you got to make sure you got the right player in the system. Well, I don't care about the right player. I'm just gonna try this. I'm gonna take your advice. I'm gonna take Brown's advice.
True.
And see if it works. Because this broadcast is not just I know I'm a regular like host on this show, but I'm not just a host. I'm here to like learn as a manager, learn as a player, get information from everyone else to make sure that my team could get better, so we could have a chance to win the league and finish above Campton. You know.
One of the things that I tell Campton is, you would post videos in the chat and you ask the guys to watch it, and they don't watch it. They don't pay attention to it.
That's the same thing I say back to Kyle. If they don't want to watch Nicky B's game, or we're gonna beat them, they gotta watch it. So that's why I use Kyle thing. If everyone watch the video and they beat them, each of them is gonna get a $10 PSN. Because I want to beat them. Because so they gotta, I gotta find some way to motivate them to beat them.
There is 11 players on the field, right? And if I send a video in the chat, and 5 of the 11 watches the video, and those 5 persons know what we're trying to do, then we have 6 people on the field don't know what we're doing.
Zombies.
So how are we on the same page? We would never be on the same page. We would never get the job would never be done. Because
all it takes is one zombie on the field.
Yeah,
ruin everything.
It's so hard when as a manager when you're trying to like motivate a player, like you're trying your best to motivate him, and based on the way you go off and motivate, they feel like you're trying to discourage them. If they feel like you're trying to say they're not good enough for it. I'm not. Listen. I will sit out all game for the season just to make sure that my team play without me. If I'm a manager and I know that I'm the fault while my team is losing, I'm gonna sit out. There's no shame about it because guess what? The team is first.
That right there, that Oldan said, Orlando doesn't study any other team. Me personally, I don't ask my teams to study other teams. I ask individual to study
other teams.
No. Study particular players on other teams. That's a difference. Like, if I know that this player is going to be a problem and I need to assign somebody to him, I tell him, go watch a stream, go watch that person, watch his movements. That's it. For me, personally, I am up in the wee hours of the night and I'm studying streams. For my personal
but that's part of the admin job as well,
right? For my personal use. And I said this to Campton last night. I am playing like Jesse Lingard for
you said it this morning to me too.
Yeah, until mid-season. I am playing and I'm putting myself in the shop window. Right? Come mid season, if I don't like the position where I'm at, I am up for sale. I want to win titles. I want to touch that Cvpl trophy too.
Yeah.
I've never touched it. I've come so close to it. And I've never touched it. Kyle, you have come so close to it so many times, bro. I feel it for you, man.
These last two seasons, man.
Believe me, bro. I do feel it for you. Those should follow profile and sit out. Okay, it is no
Wow.
almost
Wow.
It's
Who said that comment?
it is now almost 5 minutes to 11, and the show has been going on for an hour and 55 minutes now, and we have said so much, and there's so much more to be said. I don't know if we want to end here, but I am going to give my thanks. I want to say thanks to Nikki B for taking the time out and coming and sitting down. I know that your schedule might be busy, so I would just want to say thanks and allow you to take your leave at this time. Enough respect for the rest of the season, and I am hoping that Campton can give you a better show the next time we meet. So enough respect again, and thank you for joining us. And I hope Manchester United do finish in the Champions League position.
No, we're not. Listen, wait, hold on for a second. Give me a second. I want to show you something. Hold on.
Bro, I have 3 Chelsea jerseys. If you're going to take down your 1 Chelsea jersey and show me.
Nicky B. You see?
I
Chelsea.
I'm not seeing your screen clearly, Damar. I'm not seeing. The lens is a bit foggy. I'm not seeing it clearly.
I am a Chelsea fan. You don't even know the jersey that Kyle is wearing. But that jersey that you're wearing, Kyle, you just garner a lot of respect from the league itself, the Cvpl and the Lnpl.
I think Don is a Chelsea fan too, if I'm not mistaken.
He is.
We had a Jamaican that played 11 seasons on Bolton, and it's so ironic that the season after he retired, that was the season that Bolton got relegated and
never to be the same again,
and never came back up. Somebody at the start of the stream, somebody said you were wearing Bibi's jersey. He's actually talking Ricardo Bibi Gardner. So
great player,
classic jersey that you have on right there, Kyle.
Yes, I was a fan from about 2000 to 2012.
Again, I must say thanks to Nikki B for joining us tonight, man. It was fun. We really appreciate it. Must say thanks to all the viewers for participating. Please drop a like on the stream, subscribe to the channel, help us grow the Pro Clubs community. We can only grow unless you help us grow. I do appreciate all of you guys. Damar Pro 5, always interested in having you here.
Yes,
Kyle, we go way back and we continue to go.
More stories to come. More stories to come.
We have a lot more. We have a lot more to discuss. Persons asking for Nikki B to be back with us next week. We will talk to Nikki B in the back, in behind the scenes, and ask him if he would willing to come back with us. Anytime. You're always welcome on the show, bro. Anytime. Thank you. All right.
Even if you want to pop in for 10 minutes.
Anytime.
No problem. Just want to thank you guys for having me, and just to big up you 3 hosts. You've been doing a really tremendous job. Keep up the great work. When this show comes on, the Orlando chat blows up. All we are talking about, what was said, how we should answer that. It's crazy. So you guys are doing a fantastic job.
You know, like we do stuff. Jigga and Kyle is a genius. I gotta give you these guys respect. Before the show, like these 2 guys, literally, I need the viewers to understand this. These 2 guys sit down and think about things that's gonna make people interested to watch.
Yeah.
And once they do that, you know, I gotta give them respect, right? My thing now, what I do is just I gotta make sure that I study and learn from these 2 guys to make sure that the show is and the game is very interested. So I'm the type of guy. I'm the bad guy. I do everything bad. I don't care. I cause chaos. That's my thing. So
you're probably a fan favorite, Damar.
Yeah,
You know.
he's a fan favorite, man.
So they're doing a great job. I like it, man. Jigga been trying to do this way back, way back. I could tell you all along,
So
all
again,
along.
viewers, you are the voice of this show. The show is
Yes.
created for you, and remember, please hit me up with names, suggestions for names for the show, so we can name the show next week. We don't
Yeah.
have a proper name for the show as yet,
Yes.
and we're asking you, the viewers, to name the show. You can hit me up on the Discord, you can hit me up on the WhatsApp, you can hit me up on PSN, anywhere you can get me. You can
Instagram.
get me Instagram. You can get me. All the tags for all the social media is Jigga Jav. Simple. Jigga on the Discord, anywhere, man. Thanks again, Kyle. Thank you, Damar.
No problem.
Mad respect to Orlando. Have a great season. Viewers, enough
Thanks,
respect.
everyone.
Have a great night, guys.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Peace.
Thanks, everyone. Take care.